Good morning, everyone from Kathmandu. Welcome to today's Facebook Live session. So this is a regular live session by Kangaroo Education Foundation. So today we will have two guests from we have one guest from University of Wollongong, and we also have a counselor joining from Kangaroo Education Foundation. So University of Wollongong is a really good ranked university based in Wollongong, which is around like 1 hour 30 minutes drive away from Sydney CBD, and about an hour drive from Sydney airport. So we'll have Prateek Arora from University of Wollongong. He's a regional manager South Asia from University of Wollongong. And I will also like to welcome Miss Sweta Sharma. She's our senior counselor from Kangaroo Education Foundation. So welcome to you both. So I would like to give this floor to Prateek. Prateek, could you please tell me what is happening? What is the latest update about the COVID-19 in NSW and University of Wollongong as well?
Thank you, Sushan. Thank you very much for arranging this session today and giving us the opportunity to connect with the lovely students. So as you already mentioned, you have given a quick introduction of where Wollongong is and where we stand in terms of our rankings. So just to give you a quick update, as per the new QS 2021 rankings, UOW has been ranked 196th in the world, top 1% in the world. So that is a good achievement for UOW in 2020. Now, in terms of your question, Sushan, in regards to the COVID situation, Wollongong, we are still in a safe place. We are very lucky to be here. We are not far from Sydney, but we are still, we are not in a hotspot. New South Wales cases are still coming through on a daily basis, but it's a good thing that they're not multiplying. And we still have, on an average, 15 to 20 cases coming through every day, which is concerning. So still, we do have the relevant social distancing measures in place. The UOW campus is closed for students to attend the classes. However, the library and the computer labs and relevant labs which are required by the students to complete the course requirements are still open. So students can visit the campus with relevant social distancing measures in place. Yeah, so that's the current situation at this point in New South Wales and in Wollongong. Wollongong, fortunately, we do not have any cases, so we are free to go around. There's no lockdown or no restrictions kind of thing here in Wollongong as of yet. But yes, people are, people here everywhere, anyway, are very cautious in terms of the current situation. And, people themselves follow the social distancing rules anyway. Wherever you are, whether the places are there or not.
Prateek, is universities offering any extra support services in terms of financial assistance and scholarship to the existing students?
Existing students, definitely there is a support system in place for students who are going through financial distress or accommodation issues or daily basis, daily needs, essential needs are being looked after for students by the university and community as a whole in the Wollongong region. So that's very good. The university back in April set up a financial assistance grant scheme for current international and domestic students, which helps the students out to meet their financial needs. So students can, reapply for financial assistance whenever they run out of the money which has been granted by the university to them. So it ranges from $300 to $1,500 every time the students apply for a grant scheme. So that's one of the support systems that are currently in place for the students, as well as free accommodation for the students who are at risk of homelessness, along with, distributing groceries in collaboration with the local communities every weekend. So all kinds of support services are there in place for existing students. So if you have a friend or your kid or your family studying at the university, you do not need to worry about them, because the university is and the local community is looking after the students very well, 360 degrees. So no corner is being left out to support the students.
Thank you, Prateek, for that information. So I would like to go with Sweta. I think we have one visa grant for University of Wollongong this week, and I would like to share good news that High Commission has started giving decisions on offshore applications. So that could you please explain what was the application and what is the background of the application?
Yeah, sure. So yes, we received the visa grant yesterday, and it was for Masters of Nursing International for University of Wollongong. So the student has actually done SLC and then 3 years of PCL degree, along with the 3 years of Bachelor of Nursing degree. And she also had a good IELTS score of 6.5, not less than 6 in each band. So she had also taken loan from Nobel Bank. So her profile was pretty good, and she was applying with a dependent. So yeah, we received the visa grant yesterday, and yeah, it was for Master of Nursing International.
Oh, that's really good news. Sweta, what is the feedback from the students who are still studying MNI with Wollongong and who completed that courses? What is the general feedback from those students?
Yeah, I actually feel very proud in saying that we've received very positive feedback from our students who are currently studying in University of Wollongong. I think we've been partnering with University of Wollongong since a very long time, and all the students they have given us very positive feedback with regards to the quality of education or the support system or even the location in terms of the environment of the study. So we've actually received very good feedback, and especially Master of Nursing International Program students. I think majority of nursing students go to University of Wollongong for the Master of Nursing International. So because of the low IELTS requirement and the 2 years of study, so I think we've received a very good response.
Thank you, Shota, for explaining the application and sharing us the good news during the session. So, Prateek, what happens to the July intake or November intake? Are you making any changes to those intakes?
Thank you for asking that question, Sushan. It's important to give that information to our audience today, and thank you for sharing such a good news, Shweta, because it's good to know that students have already started receiving the visas following the recent announcement from the Australian government in regards to recommencing the visa grants and some changes to the post study work visa eligibility requirements. Um, Now, in regards to the July intake, Sushan, so that's definitely going online. Students who are interested, they can also, choose to study from home, from offshore, remotely. So students, July intake is already starting next week. The classes are commencing next week. This week was all about the orientation and enrollment. So students went through the online orientation and enrollment this week. And next week, students will commence the online classes. We have another intake that's coming through next month in August, which is just a day from now. Tomorrow is August. So yeah, so we have business postgraduate courses classes starting from the mid of August. So we still have time for students, business postgraduate students who are interested in commencing their course online. We still have time for them to, think about it, make a decision, and start their course from August intakes. In regards to the November, October intakes, unfortunately, we do not offer the November, October intakes for our bachelor's or master's degrees. However, we do have November, October intakes for our English as well as for our diploma courses. So any undergraduate students or any students who are looking to enroll in an English course followed by their bachelor's or master's degree, we do have options for them in November and October. And considering the visa grants have started coming through, it's a good time for students to make an application, go through the application process, and submit a visa application so that they can get a visa before they start the online classes. Yes, so that's my take on the recent developments in this space.
Good to know, Pratik, that university is making significant changes to offer online courses offshore. There are some confusions regarding the tuition fees and refund policies. So, are you making any discounts to students who are studying online, or what
Hmm.
would be the policy?
Good question. Yes, definitely. So the students who are starting their course remotely, they are entitled to a 10% additional 10% remote study scholarship. So this 10% scholarship is additional to any existing scholarships that may already be in the student's offer. That may be a 30% merit-based scholarship or a 20% or 10% bursary. So students who are studying remotely, they are entitled to a scholarship of up to 40%. So that's one of the significant changes and support that has been extended to the prospective students. In regards to any other support services, students are able to accept their offers, with reduced deposit arrangements. They can pay $5,000 right now, accept their offers, and start their online studies. That's another change. Lastly, I would like to touch base on the refunds part of it. If the students are getting visa refusals after commencing the online classes, they will be considered for 100% refund. So that's there. So up to 4 subjects, 24 credit points, students can be considered for 100% refund in case if the visa refusal happens out of no mistake of student. So if the student has not made any fraudulent declarations or fraudulent documents, and the visa refusal has just happened due to general outcomes, then definitely the student will be considered for 100% refund. So students can be rest assured after commencing their online classes that if their visa is refused, the university will be considering their 100% refusal applications.
Are you making any changes to entry requirements and IELTS for online classes?
Unfortunately, no. The universities still haven't made any decision in terms of any flexibilities to the current English language requirements. So students are still required to submit their IELTS academic score or PTE scores or TOEFL scores in order to meet the English requirements. So we have a good news for students who already have IELTS but not meeting the course English language requirements. They can start their English from upcoming October-November intakes remotely if the borders are not open by then, and then leading up to their bachelor's or master's degree in the 2021 intake. So unfortunately, there are no flexibilities to the current English language requirements. Students have to meet the English language requirements as they were under normal circumstances.
I think it will be the same for GT requirement as well.
That's correct. So yes, so no flexibilities in terms of the current GTE processes. Students have to submit their financial documents in addition to any supporting documents that can help in satisfying their genuine temporary entrant requirements. So that is one thing in addition to English that hasn't been changed in recognition of current circumstances. Students have to go through that process as they were.
Oh, that's really good, Prateek. So before we end this session, we have 2-3 minutes left to end this
Sure.
session. I would like to give you 2 important updates to prospective students that if they study online, they can count their studies for post-study work visa later on. This is the latest update from Home Affairs. And if the student has student's visa has expired and they want to renew their visa, so there will not be any charges to those students' visa applications. So that is the major updates. I would like to give you an update regarding the Kangaroos Foundation's offices throughout Nepal. We are open with limited staff and safety in place. So if you like to visit our office, that's good. And we are also offering online applications. Even if you are not able to come to our office, you can get in touch with our counselors to process the applications. So I would like to thank Prateek for your time. So
Thank you very much, Sushan, and the whole team at Kangaroo for arranging this session today and giving us the opportunity. I would like to recommend everyone to get in touch with Kangaroo for any questions that they may have in regards to their study abroad. We work very closely with their team, so any information, I think they have experts sitting in their office, and they'll be able to help you out with your application.
And I will also thank Sweta ma'am for your sharing good news and that the visa grant has been done for Wollongong. Thank you so much for your time, Sweta. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time to view this session. So we will have a next session next week. So until then, bye bye. Thank you so much, everyone. Please take care.